first blonde of the session. And it's a baby. Blondie number 2 of the session. Another small one. Number 3. Number 3 of the session and my first daylight one. I've learnt I can catch blonde rays off Chesil Beach. I just can't catch a big one. I will. I'll keep going. This is the start. This is going to be the 2023 Big Blonde Hunt Part 1. Watch this space. Call me on the line, call me any time. Call me, I'll arrive, you can call me any day or night. Call me. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Latest video and I'm back on the big beach. This is part 2 of my hunt for a big blonde ray. So I've come down the Portland end of the beach again and I've got the place to myself. Lovely. I was going to do some kind of like comedy intro thing, make a bit of a joke about looking for a blonde, but couldn't think of anything, so here I am. Well, no idea who that weirdo was. Anyway, here we are. Portland end of Chesil. 2 rods out. Plan super simple. Big blondes. I really want to catch a big blonde. If you didn't watch my first session down here on them, it was a hectic session. I had 3 blondes, but if I super glued them all together, which I wouldn't do because that's cruel, don't do that for goodness sake. But if I did, they probably wouldn't have gone £10. So I want to break the double figure barrier. The blonde ray is the only one I haven't caught. I've caught small-eyed, thorny, undulate, stingray. Am I forgetting one? No, I don't think so. So blonde. Blonde is the last one I haven't had a double figure on. So I need to tick that box. Yeah, so plan's super simple. I've got bagnall bars, I've got sand eel, I've got a little bit of squid as well. I've even got some crabs, because it's that time of year and I've got crabs in the shop and I can't resist taking them fishing, really. They'll probably come for a drive with me and then see the sights and go home again, but yeah, all eggs in one basket and want a blonde ray. I'm starting off in daytime today, so it's lunchtime. So I'm going to fish the ebb all the way down to the bottom and then just on the turn and fish a little bit of the flood as well, which should coincide with just as the light starts to fade. So quite looking forward to that time of day. I don't expect it to be hectic like the last session, where it was dogs, because that was early morning darkness. If I stay later, I might get a few, but hopefully they'll be a little bit more in control. Back in the kennels, hopefully. But yeah, I look forward to it. Well, you all know how I bait up for rays normally, so I won't labour the point too much, but just a very brief overview. Very simple, medium sand eel, chopping the head off, inch of the tail off. Just got that middle body bit. What is that? That is 7 centimetres long. If you ever wondered. You really don't need big baits. It's all about distance down here, so the smaller the bait the better. I'm just going to bind that on with elastic. I'm not even putting a little bit of squid alongside because that'll just add a little bit of extra bulk. And these are really good sand eels anyway, so they don't need anything to hold them together. Use my 2.0 Tronics Pro Octopus circle. Just hook it in the top of the bait there. Trim that little bit off the bottom. There we go. That is all we need. And that's just going on a bagnall bar. Because like I said, it's all about distance here. Bosh. Launched. It's a bit of a horrible side wind actually. forecast was beautiful up until the day. And there's sort of a force 4 gusting 5 southeast. It's just hampering the casting a little bit, but not too bad. I'm going to southwesterly in your face. I think I can still get out to the mark anyway. Bad news. Firstly, it's now raining. What happened to my glorious sunshine and beautiful day on the beach? I bought suntan lotion and everything. Might have got a little bit excitable about that one. Anyway, first caster in. One rod, not a sniffle. Bait intact. Second rod, this is all that's left of my sand eel. Now, you might be thinking, why is that bad news? It's bad news because if I slide this bit back here, you may not pick it up on the camera, sadly, but there is some rather unpleasant crimping of my line just here. Spider crabs. Oh, I hate them. Good for business though, because you guys are all going to be losing loads of hooks now. Got a bit of a drop back bite on my left-hand rod there. Could just be moving in the tide, or it could be a crab moving it. We shall see. Let's have a look. I feel like it's been out there long enough anyway. No. Something's had a little chew, but again, it could well have just been a crab. But sit rep. We are 2 hours into my session and keeping it topical. Nil pois to Tom. I've lost 2 hooks to spider crabs. I dragged one all the way in until it dropped off about 10 yards out. That was good fun. Hauling in like an anchor. I called it something similar to an anchor. But I've been joined by a couple of Chesil royalty. I've got Ben Stockley and Peter Wood just to my right. So if ever I was in doubt I was in the wrong spot at the wrong time, those doubts have been crushed. Because those guys know Chesil better than anybody. Ben especially must be one of the best Chesil anglers, or all-round anglers to be fair, there is. So that's given me a little bit of confidence. So I shall keep on going. I shall keep tying new hooks onto my rigs. Hopefully the spider crabs will go to sleep at some point. I don't think they do that, but you know. I have managed to plough through 2 chapters of my book. So at least it's been, you know, reasonably constructive. It's not been a complete waste of time. Silly thing to say that. It's never a waste of time fishing. I just come off the back of working 12 days on the bounce. Because Toby went to France and had an epic session in France. I think he landed 25 carp up to 69 pound 8. That's a week in France, that is. Well done, Tobes. Glad he had a great week. But he's back now, so obviously the minute he's back, I'm back onto part-time hours. And I'm fishing again. Quick update, and it will be quick. I have now been here for 6 hours. I haven't had a bite. It's a little bit tough. The beach is filled up around me, which is all right. Some nice guys around me. Got, like I said, Ben and Peter there. Sam Truan's just next to me to my left, and there's a few more guys to the left. Only fish I've seen so far is a dab by Ben about an hour or so ago. And that's been it so far. Other than spider crabs, and more spider crabs. However, we are now on 5:40, so it's just gone dead low, isn't it? So I'm going to I reckon the next couple of hours, Next couple of hours, I think we might see a fish or two. Quite confident. I'm burning through hooks as quickly as I'm burning through bait. My main concern, and I'm a little bit worried about this, I hadn't really thought this far ahead actually. My main concern is I've nearly finished my book. Should have bought 2 books really. So in theory, we are in the first bit of the flood now. It's 6:30. This is the golden hour. I've got my bait table out, leaving my shed behind. I'm going to put some effort in. I have been really lazy today, even though the crabs have been rife. I've been chucking my baits out, letting them soak for ages whilst I've read my book. So I'm going to put some real effort in now. Beat the crabs. Make sure there's fresh bait on the hook at all times. One big last push before I concede defeat and go home with my tail between my legs. I've got a funny feeling there might be a part 3 of my big blonde hunt. I'll tell you what might help. Genuinely might help, actually. Back in a minute. That's better. That's better. Just had the wrong hat on all day, didn't I? God, 6 hours wasted. Wrong hat on. Schoolboy error. Well, that's a positive. Just reeled that rig in and still got bait and hooks, which is a mild novelty. So I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to keep turning it over quicker. Although it would be tempted to go back to longer soaks because I've got bait on the hooks. It only increases the risk of getting crabbed. So I'm going to work 20 minutes, which is plenty long enough anyway. It's not like I'm on 10 minutes or something silly. 20 minutes for the way it is. Lost the tide altogether now. In the dying embers of the day now. I am still clutching at every available straw. I'm now thinking, oh, last light, this is the golden time. You know, I've been saying that for quite a while now. I think I might cry if I catch one now. Baits are coming back intact. Last 3 have come in like that. So for whatever reason the crabs have disappeared. That's a bonus. Right. I'm conceding defeat, guys. There's no 2 ways of looking at that. That was a long, hard day. My only salvation is that nobody has caught anything other than Ben, who's had a couple of flatfish. I guess I could have put some time and effort into catching some flatties, but that's not what I came here for. I came here for a blonde. Stuck it out. 10 hours, I think I've done. That's like the longest session of my life, I think. Welcome to Chesil. Anyway, the hunt for the blonde continues. Now there's going to have to be a part 3. Until next time, guys. See you later.